So the number one skill that you can be working on every day, you can be sharpening every single day, that will massively benefit you in the future, the very near future, and absolutely in the bit further future. But that's the skill of communicating on video like this, just whatever, 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day, just to simply sharpen your skill of communication. Even if you don't know what you necessarily want to talk about, just practice hitting the record button and begin to freestyle, right? Begin riffing, talking about things as they come up. Do this once per day, upload it to YouTube, upload a clip to Instagram. And what this is going to do is refine your thinking to speaking ability. The lag between what you're thinking and what you speak will um, it will dissipate. You'll be able to clearly communicate what you want to say or whatever message you have. And the reason this is important, the reason this is important is because as we move forward into the future, the most profitable thing that you can do is have a product or service available online for purchase. You want to have some type of offer that people can purchase online from you. And whether that's a extra income, a side income, passive income, or your main income, like this becomes your main thing, it becomes valuable in that sense in a form of income. Depending on how much work you put into it, how much effort you put into this. We're moving into an era where everything is going digital. Everyone is on their phones. Everyone is on these platforms now. You want to be utilizing and leveraging that digital real estate. And you want to be building quality structure on that digital real estate. So, when you do stuff like this, you put out a 10-minute video and you're refining your ability to communicate. It's like building a house once versus building a house for the 100th time. That 100th time you built a house, it's going to be so much better. It's going to be so much structurally have longevity. It's going to be cleaner. It's going to be better built, stronger, a more beautiful house overall, right? That's because you've practiced a process 100 times. And a lot of times that 100th house you built will sell for more than the first house you built. So maybe the first house you built doesn't sell for anything because it's so bad. Think of online content like that. Sorry, my AC comes on. I need to be more aware when I'm making these videos. See, I'm sure by my 100th video, I will not be having the AC come on. So it's little stuff like that. But so when it comes to making content, that first video versus your 100th video, there's going to be a massive difference in the quality and your ability to communicate whatever you want to communicate. And the reason for this, it's not just for the sake of communication, which is already a massive game changer in everywhere in your life, in your relationships, in social settings, and your ability to just do anything. Like when you have better communication because you practice it so much, you become an overall more effective and capable human being. So the thing is, over the course of making videos, one take, no edits, just practicing communicating, you can study online business, products, services. What kind of offer can you make? Coaching, things like that. And once you have that library of experience, now you can begin to add in, I can do this for people. I can teach people how to do this. You can even teach people how to communicate better by having them upload videos just like you did. So the thing is, once you really start utilizing that digital real estate, that online real estate, to prepare yourself where you'll have an offer, you can sell that offer for $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. There are people that sell offers for $50,000. Now, of course, it's not just simply a Zoom call a lot of the time. Sometimes it could be. It depends on how experienced you are and how much effort or leverage you've invested into yourself, into your craft. Because there are definitely people out there that get paid for $1 million in a day based off of their offers, whether it's to one person or multiple people. But that's down the line. But if you begin that now, you will eventually get there if you don't stop. So the thing is, this is the gym. This is your mental content gym. This is where you're getting the reps in. This is where you're getting your message together. You're sharpening your communication skills. You are becoming a more efficient and capable person of whatever message that you're trying to communicate. What up? But so I'm on the camera right now talking about starting to make online content, bro. You got to do this. I'm telling you, bro. Not only is it good for sharpening the communication, but what's that?
Put in a little bit of work.
Yeah. It sharpens the communication, but the thing is, when I first started to make content, it was so difficult for me to talk to a camera alone. Like, to sit in a room and talk to a phone. Like, that was insane to me when I first started to do this. And it was really difficult for me to try to upload any video to YouTube. I was so self-conscious because of, just lack of experience or lack of even doing it. But even before I could upload to YouTube, it was so hard for me to just simply make a video alone, because it felt so unnatural. And a lot of people are at that stage. So a lot of people cannot get on camera and just begin speaking to it. And that's truly the first stage, is to get on camera and begin talking. That took me quite literally years to even get to the point that I'm at right now. It took me years to get to that point, to this point. And was I practicing it every day? No. Was I practicing it weekly? No. Not even monthly. It was a couple spurts, a couple times a year where I would try to, but I was just so bad at it. It felt so awkward that it was hard for me to stay consistent. Well, now I'm at a point where I'm past that and I can do it on a regular basis. It does feel natural, but I'm realizing just because I can do it more comfortably now doesn't mean the message is coherent. Doesn't mean what I'm trying to say is fully figured out. All I know is if you practice this, you gain so much more insight into your thinking process. You gain so much insight into what you're actually trying to say. And once you get that data back so many times, you start to truly refine what you are trying to do here. You start to realize, oh, okay, well, I've talked about it this many times, dozens of times, and I now know that I started from point A to point B to point C, and I can see the direction that the subject and the topics that I'm talking about are headed. And as you continue that process, you begin to create offers to help people do the same that you've done. And so that's what I'm doing here is, I really want to show people out there how to be on camera, to be comfortable with that, and to practice, to help with coaching to get people to consistently make videos. And we can sit there, review them together, and someone's keeping you accountable to sharpen that skill as quickly as possible, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to sharpen the skill to make it where it's automatic for you. And once you get comfortable enough to where you can create your own videos, we can start figuring out, okay, if this is your offer, this is your service, this is how we can advertise it. So don't ever compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 15. There's people making $1 million a month from online content. They're at chapter 10, 15, whatever. They're got more time in the game, more experience. When you're in chapter 1 or chapter 2, you got to learn what it takes to complete that chapter. So step by step, we figure it out, and you become more skilled.